Hello friends, welcome to our channel Simply Mathematical. In this video let us do the miscellaneous exercise on chapter 1, okay, of 11th standard, that is sets, okay. So let us do the miscellaneous exercise on chapter 1, that is sets, okay. Now let us go directly to the second problem, okay, that is this. In each of the following, determine whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, prove it. If it is false, give an example. Okay. So you are given some statements here. Okay. Like first one, it is what? If x belongs to A and A belongs to B, then x belongs to B. Okay. What you have to do here is you have to tell whether the statement is true. Okay. If it is true, then you have to prove it. And if the statement is false, then you have to give an example. Okay. So let us go to the first. Okay. So second, okay, the first problem is if x belongs to A and A belongs to B, right, then x belongs to B. Okay, this is the statement which is given to you. You have to tell whether the statement is true or false. Okay, so what is given? You are given x element from the set A and the set A belongs to B. Okay, so set A is also the element of the set B. Okay, then they are saying that x belongs to B. Okay, that is this element which is in A belongs to B. Now you can see that this statement is false. Why? Because see, if you take an element, okay, 1 which belongs to the set say 1, 2, 3, right, you are taking an element 1 which belongs to the set A which is equal to 1, 2, 3, right. See, I am saying this statement is false, so I have to give an example to say that this statement is false. Okay, so let us take the value of x as 1 and the set A as 1, 2, 3, right. Now you can take a set B, okay, which contains the set A, that is 1, 2, 3, okay. So this set B is the set of the set 1, 2, 3, okay. Then you can see that the element which you have taken, that is 1, will not belong to the set of set 1, 2, 3, right. B is what? B is the set of the set 1, 2, 3, right. So like that we can prove that this statement is false. Okay, so false this is. So let x be equal to 1, okay, A be equal to 1, 2, 3 and B be equal to the set of the set 1, 2, 3, right. So all these conditions here which are given are satisfied. You can see that 1 belongs to this set, right, that is 1, 2, 3, okay, and A should belong to B, which is true, right. A, which is the set 1, 2, 3, belongs to this set B, so that is the set 1, 2, 3 belongs to the set of set 1, 2, 3. Okay, but what happens here? The element x, which is what, 1, right, is not belonging to this set B. Okay, what is the set B? Set B is the set of the set 1, 2, 3, right. So there is no element 1 in this. Okay, so this statement is false. Okay, so what do we got? We got x belongs to A, right. I am just writing the notations now. 1 is x, right, and this set 1, 2, 3 is A. So x belongs to A and A belongs to B. Okay, but what you got? This element 1 which is x, right, doesn't belong to the set B. Okay, so this is what we got. So the statement is false. Okay, now let us go to the second example. Okay, that is what, if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, sorry, if B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. Okay, this is the statement given to us. So let us write down that. So second, if A is a subset of B and B belongs to C, then A belongs to C. Okay, we have to tell whether this statement is true or false. Okay, now if we take a set which is a subset of B, okay, for example, if we take this A is equal to 1, right, B is equal to say 1 comma 2, right, you can see that the set A is a subset of B. Every element of A is in the set B. Okay, 1 which is the element of A is in the set B. So A set singleton 1, okay, the singleton 1 set, right, is a subset of B. Okay, now let us take a set C here. See, the set B should belong to the set C. So we can take the set C as what? This. Okay, the set 1 comma 2, right. So B belongs to this set C. Okay, you can observe carefully that this set C is the set of set. Okay, the element of the set C is the set, okay, B. Okay, now then what should happen? A should belong to C, right, but what happens here? The singleton 1, okay, is not belonging to the set C, right, you can see that here. Okay, so what you got? You got A is the subset of B, right, and B belongs to C, right, but A doesn't belong to C, right. See, when the A will belong to C, when this element will be there here, right, singleton 1, but singleton 1 is not there in the set C. Okay, this is not there in the set C, so A doesn't belong to C, right. Okay, so what is the statement? The statement is false. Okay, the statement is false. Now let us go to the third problem. Okay, third problem is, if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then A is a subset of C. Okay, so let us look at that. So the statement is A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, right, then A is a subset of C, right. This statement we can see by looking at the Venn diagram. Okay, so if you look at the Venn diagram, that is, if you consider set A is a subset of set B, so that is, you will get a diagram in this way. Okay, the set A is a subset of set B. Okay, this small circle is the set A and the big circle is the set B. So the set A is a subset of set B, so set A is completely inside the set B, right. Okay, now also what it is given, B is a subset of set C, so the set C will also contain the set B fully. Okay, like this. So the set C contains the set B, that is, B is a subset of set C. Then what you can see here, the set A, which is the smaller set, is the subset of the set C, right. You can see that the set A is fully inside the set C, right. So A is a subset of set C. Okay, now this we have seen by using Venn diagram. This is true, right. By Venn diagram we are getting that the statement is true. We have to prove this, but okay, we have to prove this. So how to prove? So what it is given? It is given that A is a subset of B, right, and B is a subset of C. Okay, therefore what will happen? You will get A is a subset of B, right, and so this B is a subset of C, right, like this we have. Okay, so what you got? That is, A is a subset of C. Okay, A is a subset of C, right? Every element of A will be the element of C. By this you see that, okay? A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, right? So A is a subset of C. Okay, so what you got is A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then A is a subset of C. Okay, so this statement is true. Okay, the statement is true. See, we can also prove this statement by taking an element. Okay, so let what X belong to A, right? So which is a subset of B, right? That is what X belongs to B, right? Every element of A is an element of B, right? So X will belong to B. So which is a subset of C, which is given to you. B is a subset of C, right? So that is what every element of B is the element of C. So you will get X belongs to C, right? So you got X belongs to A, then X belongs to C. Okay, we have taken any element here, okay, any element X, okay. So if you take any element of A, you get that element belongs to the set C. So what you got, every element of A is the element of C. So that is A is a subset of C. Okay, so like this also we can prove it. Okay, so this statement is true, right? Okay. Now let us go to the fourth example. Okay, so fourth example is what? If A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then A is not a subset of C. Okay, that is the statement given to us. So fourth is A is a subset of A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of C, right? Then A is not a subset of C. So this they are giving, okay. So this we can see by the Venn diagram again, okay. So if A is a subset of B, if A is not a subset of B means what? You can take the sets disjoint, right? Okay, like this you can take. So A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of C. So what I will do now is I will draw a set C in this way. Okay, I will draw the set C which contains the set A, right? So all these conditions which are there here, okay, before then, okay, you have to look at the statement which is before then. Okay, what is the statement which is before then? It is A is a subset of B and B is a A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of C, right? That is the statement which is before then. Okay, so A is not a subset of B, so we have taken disjoint sets A and B. Okay, so this condition is satisfied, and B is not a subset of C. So also we have taken the set C disjoint from B, right? So this statement is satisfied, okay. But I am taking a set C which contains the set A here, okay. I am taking a set C which contains the set A, which that means what? A is a subset of C, right? So here we got A is a subset of C, but they are giving A is not a subset of C. But we have shown that we can draw sets in such a way that these conditions are satisfied, okay. Okay, but this condition is not satisfied. So this statement here is false, okay. So if the statement is false, what you have to do? You have to give an example, right? You have to give an example. So let us take sets. So let A be equal to say 1, 2, right? And B be equal to, see, B we are taking totally disjoint from A, right? So you can take it as 3 and 4. okay, totally disjoint. There are no common elements, okay, between A and B. There are no common elements, you can see, okay, and C be equal to what? C should contain the set A, right? So all the elements of A should be there, okay, and one more element we can take, so that is 5, okay, because we also want C to be B should not be a subset of C, right, and that is true here. 3 and 4 are not in this, okay, so B is not a subset of C. Also they are totally disjoint, right, there is no common element between them, okay. So you can take these sets A, B, C, and so what you get, A is not a subset of B, okay, and B is not a subset of C, right, B is not a subset of C, right, but what happens here, the set A is a subset of set C, right, every element of A is the element of B, so A is a subset of C, right. So this statement which is given is false, okay, we have shown by an example, okay. Okay, now let us go to the problem number 6, okay, of 2 here, okay, that is if the statement is if A is a subset of B and X doesn't belong to B, then X doesn't belong to A also, okay, that is given. If A is a subset of B and X does not belong to B, okay, then X does not belong to A. That is the statement given to us, okay. So let us write it. So sixth, if A is a subset of B and X does not belong to B, right, then X does not belong to A also, okay. Now this statement let us see by using Venn diagram, okay. You consider a set A which is a subset of set B, right, in this way, okay. Now you can take X which is not belonging to B, right, so X is outside B, right. So you can see that the element X, if it is outside the set B, that is X doesn't belong to B, right, then X will also not belong to A, right, there is no point, there is no question that X belongs to A, right. See, X, if it is outside the set B, right, it cannot belong to A, okay, it cannot belong to A. See, if it belongs to A, what will happen? If it belongs to A, then the element X will also belong to the set B, right, because A is a subset of B, okay. So every element of A will be the element of B, right. So if X belongs to A, then it will also belong to B, right, but which is not true, right, X doesn't belong to B, okay. So if X is outside B, then X will not belong to A. So this statement is true, okay. So we have seen it by Venn diagram, now we have to prove it, okay, we have to prove it. So you take, let X belongs to A, right, suppose X belongs to A, okay. So what will happen if X belongs to A, right, and it is given what, it is given that A is a subset of B, right, so X will belong to A which is a subset of B. So that is what, since every element of A belongs to the element of B, since every element of A is an element of B, right, so X will belong to B, right. So which is not true, right, because what it is given, it is given that X doesn't belong to B, okay. You have to look at the statement always which is before then, these statements should be satisfied, okay. Now what we are doing here, we are taking X belongs to A, right, we are supposing it, okay, we are taking it, okay. So X belongs to A, then what happens, x belongs to A, which is a subset of B. So x will belong to B, but which is not true, right? This statement should be satisfied, okay, which is a contradiction, right, to the fact that x doesn't belong to B, okay, which is the contradiction to the fact that x doesn't belong to B, right. So therefore, what is the mistake we have done? We have taken x belong to A, okay, we are getting the contradiction here because we have taken x belongs to A. So this is because x belongs to A, okay. This is because means what? This contradiction we get because x belongs to A, okay. So therefore x doesn't belong to A, okay, that is this, okay. So the statement is true, okay, we have proved. Okay, now let us go to the problem number 3 here, okay. Problem number 3. So what is the problem number 3? Let A, B and C be the sets such that A union B is equal to A union C, right, and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. Show that B is equal to C. So that is the statement we want to prove. Given this, okay, you are given A union B is equal to A union C and also A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. We have to prove that B is equal to C, right, okay. So third, okay, so it is given A union B is equal to A union C, right, and A intersection B is equal to A intersection C, okay. We have to prove that, B is equal to C, okay. Now see, there is a method to prove that a set is equal to another set, okay, that is B is equal to C. There is a method to prove this. So what you have to do is, first you have to prove that B is the subset of C, okay. You have to prove first B is the subset of C and then prove that C is the subset of B, okay. So this you have learnt in the previous subtopic, okay, that is subsets, okay. How to prove that two sets are equal? Two sets A is equal to B when A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, right. Here the names of the sets are different, right, B and C. So here what you have to prove is B is a subset of C and C is a subset of B, okay. Now how to prove this B is a subset of C? So what you have to do is, you have to take an element, okay, let us say Y belonging to the set B, okay. You have to show that this Y belongs to the set C, okay. So what you will get is Y belongs to B, then Y belongs to C, right, that is every element of B is an element of C. So B will be the subset of the set C, okay. So like that you will prove this. And how you will prove this? You will take an element Z belongs to C, right, and prove that the element Z belongs to the set B, okay. So what you will get is every element of C is an element of B, right. So that is C is the subset of B, okay. Like that you can prove that C is the subset of B. Now let us start with this first. B is a subset of C, okay. So to prove that B is a subset of C, okay, so let Y belong to B, okay. First you take an element Y belonging to B, okay. Now since Y belongs to B, that is Y belongs to A union B, right. if y will belong to B, then definitely y will belong to A union B, right? Because what is A union B? A union B is the set of all elements of B and all elements of A, and y is already there in B, so y will also belong to A union B. Okay. So now since y belongs to A union B, now which is equal to what? Which is equal to A union C. This is given, right? This is given to us. Okay. Now that is y belongs to A union C, right? Okay. Now what will happen here? See, there are two cases now. Okay, you have to consider two cases. So that is y belongs to A or y belongs to C, right? See, you look at the set A union C, that is X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to C, right? This is the set A union C you have, X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to C, right? So now y is one of the X here, okay, because y belongs to this set. So y is one of the X, so y will satisfy this condition, y belongs to A or y belongs to C. Okay, that is what I am writing here. Okay, y belongs to A or y belongs to C. Now you have to consider cases, right? So case 1 is what? Y belongs to A first. Okay, that is this. Okay, because it is OR, no? So if it is OR, what do you do? Consider two cases, right? Y belongs to A or y belongs to C. So first I am considering y belongs to A. Okay, so now y belongs to A, and from here what you have? So if we call this as say 1, okay, so what we have? We have y belongs to A from here, okay, and y belongs to B, right? This is from 1, okay. So that is, since y belongs to A and y belongs to B, we get y belongs to A intersection B, right? Y belongs to A and y belongs to B, right? So y belongs to A intersection B, but which is equal to what? Which is equal to A intersection C, right? Now why this is given, right? This is given to us here. A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. Okay. So you got y belongs to A intersection B, which is equal to A intersection C, right? So that is what? That is y belongs to A intersection C, right? Okay. So we got this, y belongs to A intersection C, right? So I will write it again. So y belongs to A intersection C, right? That is what? Y belongs to A, okay, intersection means and, right, and y belongs to C, right? This set, if you also look at this set, that is X such that X belongs to A and X belongs to C, right here. So you can see that y will satisfy this condition. So y will belong to A and y will belong to C, okay. Now therefore what you got? Y belongs to A and y belongs to C. So you got y belongs to C. That is what we wanted to prove, right? We have taken an element y in the set B. We got that element belongs to the set C. Okay. So this we can call it as 2. Okay. This we can call it as 2. So from 1 and 2 what we get? 1 is what? 1 is this. Y belongs to B, okay, and 2 is y belongs to C. So y belongs to B, then y belongs to C, so B will be a subset of C, right? Okay. Now let us go to the case 2. Case 2, now we have to consider. See, case 1 was y belongs to A. Now case 2 will be y belongs to C, okay. Okay, before that we will call this as equation, we will call this as 3. Okay, so case 2 is what? Now case 2 is y belongs to C. Okay, now again if we call this as 4, right? So from 1 and 4 what we get? From 1 and 4, 1 is y belongs to B and 4 is y belongs to C. So again we get B the subset of C, right? So this we can call it as 5. Okay. So from both 3 and 5 what we get? Okay. From 3 and 5, from both we get B the subset of C. Okay. So this we can take it as 6. We have considered both the cases. Okay, both the cases we consider and we got the same result, right? B is a subset of C. B is a subset of C. Okay, we will call this as 6. Okay, now what? Now we have to prove that C is a subset of B, right? C is a subset of B. So in similar way which you have done in the first, okay, that is B is a subset of C, you have to do the same steps for this. Okay, now so you have to take one element, say Z equal to C, right? So therefore Z will belong to what? A union C, right, which is equal to X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to C, right? So this is that, but we don't want to consider this. Okay, so that is Z belongs to A union C, which is equal to A union B, right? This is given to us. Okay, and which is equal to X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B, right? This is important. Okay, this we have to consider. Okay, so that is Z belongs to A or Z belongs to B, right, from here. Okay, so that is what we get. Okay, now again you have to consider the cases here, right? Case 1 and case 2. So case 1 is Z belongs to A. Okay, now so if we call this as 7, okay, so Z belongs to A and Z belongs to C, right? This is from 7, right, from 7. Okay, so that is Z belongs to A intersection C. Okay, Z belongs to A intersection C. Okay, so this we got, right? Now that is Z belongs to A intersection C, which is equal to A intersection B, right? This is given to us. Okay, this is given to us. Okay, so that is Z belongs to A intersection B, right? So that is what? That is Z belongs to A and Z belongs to B, right? Because intersection means and. So Z belongs to A and Z belongs to B. Okay, therefore Z belongs to B. Okay, from here. So this we can call it as 8. Okay, so from 7 and 8 what we get? From 7 and 8 we get C is a subset of B, right? We have taken an element Z in the set C. We have proved that the the element Z is in the set B. Okay, so every element of the set C is the element of set B. So C is a subset of set B. We can call this as 9. Okay. Now case 1 we considered, right? Now case 2 again. Okay, similar steps that you have done for the first, that is B is a subset of C. Similar steps you have to do here. Okay. So now the case 2 will be this. Okay, that is Z belongs to B. Okay. Now from here what we have? We have again C is a subset of B, right? If we call this as 10, okay, we get this from 7 and 10, right? 7 and 10. Okay. Okay. So, and this equation, okay, we will call it as 11. Okay. So, from 9 and 11, what we got? From 9 and 11 we got the same result, right? C is a subset of B. Okay. And this we will call it as 12. Okay. Now, what is 6? 6 is B is a subset of C we got, right? And what is 12? C is a subset of B, right? So, from 6 and 12, what do we get? We get B is equal to C. Okay.